Is that Psymid?
Hello?
Hello? Psymid, my beloved?
Are you recording this yet?
Me? No. No.
That.
Why? What do you ask?
I don't trust that.
Why? Why? As is proven by every other episode of the interview series, I will announce when we start recording. When I will be as yeah.
I never watched them, so.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what?
Why? You haven't watched them. Eleazar hasn't watched them. These are your friends, and me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eleazar said he didn't watch them because he's afraid he's gonna get jealous or something. Like, why don't you watch them? Just no interest.
It's because I didn't care. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not even the Seattle one. You like Seattle?
No, I can just talk to my friends.
But the lore.
I get. Perhaps recording this will inspire me to go back and listen to all of them. I'm gonna get some water.
Okay, we are recording though. Just saying that.
I fucking knew it.
Oh, classic dead air Psymid, as we call him.
You see, I'm so smart. That was a test. I knew if I was gonna say like, "Oh, I gotta go walk away. I gotta go get something." I knew you would reveal the truth.
Okay, I'll start recording now.
Okay.
I double crossed you. I tricked you. I wasn't actually. Simon, you'll never know because I could start. The podcast whenever after.
But you're gonna miss out on all that comedy gold. I don't know. Whatever. So like, what? Do you have like a co-host? Are you like Jimmy Fallon? What is this? How does this work?
I'm really upset you haven't watched them. You're the biggest phone-on head I know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Don't you love the phone-on? A funny little friend group. Okay, answer me this: if you haven't seen the interviews, why do you want to do an interview?
Because you want to do an interview with me, and every time I see an interview come out, I'm like, damn, when's Dune gonna ask me to do an interview?
So it is a jealousy thing, like Eleazar. You're just
it's not a jealousy thing. You're just being
tsundere.
I just don't care to listen to the other ones
because you're not on them.
Yeah.
Simon, that's awful. That's terrible, Simon. But yeah, the way the interviews work. There's no co-host. It's just me and you locked in a room.
You don't have like an Andy Richter character.
I don't know what that is.
He's Conan O'Brien's co-host. Obviously.
Yeah. Am I Conan? I thought of myself more as a Jay Leno.
Yeah, you're somewhere in between, but closer to that.
I've never seen a talk show in my fucking life.
How many cars do you have? Do you like cars? Do you drive cars? That's my impression of Jay Leno.
What the hell?
Jay Leno really he's a big car guy. He always talks about his cars.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Why do you know this? You're like my age, or younger than me. Why do you know why do you anything about Jay Leno?
Because I'm fucking cultured.
The only people who care about Jay Leno are like 40-year-old comedians.
Well, I don't care about Jay Leno.
You know he likes cars. I know Jerry Seinfeld likes cars and coffees and other comedians.
Well, how do you know that? If Jerry Seinfeld's like a billion years old.
He was in the Bee Movie. He made the Bee Movie, a childhood classic.
Yeah. I once had a really heated conversation with a friend about whether or not the title of the Bee Movie was a pun.
It is 100% a pun.
Yeah, because like, there's the concept of like B movies, which are like cheaply made, like just cheap thrill, totally whatever, phone it in movies. And then that's what I was trying to say is like, yeah, it's a bee movie. You get it?
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's just a movie about fucking bees. You're making it like you're turning into something it's not. And I'm like, it's an obvious joke. It's fucking Jerry Seinfeld it's like a joke about the industry. It's obvious.
Did he think it was like in the same line as like Scary Movie and like that kind of stuff?
Yeah, like Big Hero 6. Like where's Big Hero 1 through 5? That's not real. Classic bit.
Okay, Simon. Let's get down to brass tacks. Let's get back
Okay.
down to the nitty gritty.
Hmm.
Tell me, what's your fucking deal? As I said, that's a reference to the Jelly Beaner interview. What's your fucking deal?
My
What's your
deal, my deal is that I am um a 21st century digital pirate who makes art and uh does cool shit. That's
21st
me.
century digital boy? That's you.
Yeah.
It's all the juicy Simon bits. I just want to jump right into the juicy Simon bits. We have to go in chronological order,
Okay.
so people don't get lost. We
Yeah.
have this
No, we
interview.
have to maintain continuity.
Yeah, this series was created because we would talk like while the pronoun episode mainline episodes were coming out. We would talk the what of us? What is it? 15 of us? 20 of us? The whatever.
Like 10.
The 10 of us would talk all the time, and we'd learn all this lore about each other, and we'd reference it in episodes. And then the people watching it would have no idea what we're talking about because
Yeah.
it's a secret fact. So this is supposed to be a watershed moment, a Watergate moment for the Psymid community.
A watership down moment.
All the Psymid maniacs out there.
Yeah.
So Simon, I'm gonna ask you the same questions I ask everybody else. Starting
Yeah.
with the first question: What did you do? What are your early internet memories? What are you doing before you got into the PCP?
This is good. I knew you were gonna ask me this. Maybe I did watch an interview once and I just remembered that, but I didn't remember that I watched it. So I was very much like a YouTube Let's Play baby. Um, I was watching like fucking Tobuscus and Chugga Conroy and like Ethos Lab. Um, the time I spent on the internet was devoted to my interest in like video games and cartoons, but mostly video games. I played a lot of Flash games. I was like a huge Flash game freak.
As highlighted in the multiple Flash game Simon
Yeah, in
plays.
the 12-hour Flash game, uh, uh, tribute to Flash stream that you can go
R.I.P.
watch. You know, um, let's see. Before the PCP, I mean, that's mainly before everything I was up to. I'm trying to think. If there's anything else I'm forgetting about?
Let me ask you this: How old were you when My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic came out?
What year was that? 2011.
I don't know, but I was I was in middle school definitely. So you might have been in elementary school.
Um, Friendship is Magic came out in 2010. I was 10 years old.
Yeah,
Um,
little baby
but I
Simon.
didn't start watching it until like 2013. Like yeah, like early middle school. Because that's when around that time is like when me and my IRL friend group got really into being on Google Plus. Fucking rip Google Plus,
The memories.
the best fucking social media platform to ever exist. Rest in peace.
They should bring it
All
back.
I
Were you
agree.
legitimately like as Google Pluser?
Oh my god, yes.
I was on Facebook. I was on Facebook.
Yeah, and the thing is, um, these are sort of in tandem discoveries, but I, you know, was on like anime circles and cartoon circles in on Google Plus, and I
I
saw a
think you
bunch.
have to explain what Google Plus. You literally have to walk me through Google Plus. I never use the service.
So Google Plus, it's honestly
All I remember
like
is that you had to make an account for YouTube, and I was like, "This sucks." That Google owns YouTube
yeah.
now. It's
What I'll
awful.
say is that like Google Plus is basically like Discord if Discord was Facebook.
Huh. So
Where you
it's the
can
missing link, you say?
yeah, 100%, 100%, because it was all based around like
Or as people in 2010 would say, it was like the missing link between Facebook and Skype.
yeah, exactly. Because well, I don't know, because like a Google, so you could have like the people you follow and you can see their feed.
Yeah.
But also you had these like circles, which were basically like either public or private Discord servers in which it's like, oh, it's a fucking Soul Eater role play server, which I spent a lot of time in.
I believe it.
And that was like public, and you can invite, other people, and people would just post like images and text posts and stuff. And then also you could just make individual small circles for your group of friends, which we had. My group of friends had our own circle where we just kept up with each other, posted about stuff we were up to. It's definitely the missing link between Facebook and Discord. There's a lot of cool stuff on Google Plus, like the sort of modern independent tabletop RPG community got its start on Google Plus, which I didn't know until many years after its death.
Oh yeah, I see when it's conducive to that kind of environment, group chat kind of thing.
Yeah.
See, that's what you spend most of your time, just running around the halls of Google Plus.
Yeah, and there was sort of a convergent discussion. Like, so I got on Google Plus, right? I was in all these like anime servers, all these cartoon servers, and I started getting like hints here and there of like, what the fuck is this My Little Pony show that everybody's talking about? My Little Pony is that show that my mom watched in the fucking 90s when she was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this?
When she was a filly.
And like, I guess we can get into that if you want.
Yeah.
But
let's get into it. My Little Pony.
I became morbidly curious just through like YouTube recommendations, because I watch fucking like cartoon reviewers, anime.
Any shout outs to cartoon reviewers?
I don't know if he was doing it yet. I forget, but like Pan Pizza. I don't know. I watched a lot of Pan Pizza. Rip the Pizza Party podcast.
What happened to the Pizza Party podcast?
It's fucking dead.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
Okay. Thanks for mentioning.
Yeah. But the person who I found a video from initially as like to just be like, what the fuck is up with this pony shit, was goddamn Josh Scorcher, famous My Little Pony asshole Josh Scorcher.
Josh Scorcher does sound like a villain name in a My Little Pony show. I don't know why you name himself that.
Yeah. And I watched like one or two videos of his. He was talking about like, oh, the characters, they like have all this stuff going on and yada yada, and this is what I think about the theme in this episode, and this is what I think about the characterization and the plot and the dialogue. And he would like rate each of the aspects on like a grade scale, like A, B, C, D, E, or F rather, because it's not this isn't a Japanese action game. It's an American man just doing his bit.
So
what's up with Japanese? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. What's up with Japanese action games not putting F? Why is it E? Because I guess F is you die and you fail.
Yeah, it's fail.
But like, do they have an E in Japan? I guess they just rate it by number. Anyway,
well, this S isn't above A in school either, so.
That's true, because S is, that's a good point. No, but Josh, I watched like a couple of Josh Scorcher videos, and then like I went and watched some of the episodes that he talked about, and I was like, okay, I see why, this show's cute, this show's fun, it's charming, it's just nice to sit in this space of these candy-colored horses being nice to each other and overcoming hardships and being friends. And, I got on some like My Little Pony image and roleplay forums on Google Plus. Got some of my other friends into it.
Interesting. Go into detail about this. And computer in hands.
I was just, I was a weird little obsessed kid who'd found a new special interest. And the My Little Pony boards, I remember like the My Little Pony board on Google Plus had like something like 20,000 members.
Like the phone yeah.
Like it was huge. And there was just so many people posting like images and fan content and, goofy videos.
Dubstep remixes.
Yeah, of course. And like I was talking about it so much that one of my friends in particular, I got her into it. She is an individual who I refer often to in my life as the bitch with the Pinkie Pie avatar, because on Google Plus she had her like.
Can I take a swing that she had a Pinkie Pie avatar?
What?
Can I make a guess?
Well, no, I'm gonna post the specific one because it's
This
You
lady
know,
has been stuck in your brain for over 10 years.
it was specifically like this
Oh,
humanized version of the pony shrug,
I've
but it's
seen that
yeah.
picture, man.
Yeah. No,
Wait,
every time I see like this or one of its variations, I remember that girl who is the person who I lost my virginity to.
let's go. What if I told you
Yep.
I was that girl, Simon? How would you feel?
I damn, you'd have to.
This is all of it. This is all of this. This is
That girl's
all
very white. I don't know. You'd have to really convince me.
this is blackface.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I remember fucking. This gave me like a mental shock seeing this
Yeah.
fucking picture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that up in the fucking thing. I want to I can see to draw you doing that.
Yeah, please do that.
Wait, she took your virginity, but she called her the bitch who with the pinky.
The bitch with the Pinkie Pie avatar.
I feel like after she's, did you call her that during sex while she was taking your virginity?
No.
Or do you call her that because she took your virginity?
No, I call her that because like she got really weird after like in like the middle of high school. She was very like self-absorbed freak.
That makes sense. I would not trust anybody with a Pinkie Pie avatar.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't trust dangerous. A bitch with a Pinkie Pie avatar. Don't do it. And the thing is, like in my friend group, I was always like the weirdest one, kind of. I was always the one who was like into the weird shit. I had other friends who were like nerds who did online roleplay. I mostly hung out with a lot of women, like getting into middle school. In elementary school, it was kind of a mix. But in middle school, I didn't like hanging out with any of the other young men I was hanging out with.
Yeah, because while they were practicing the blade, you were writing melatonin erotic roleplay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was in that fucking Soul Eater roleplay board. I had only seen the first 3 episodes of Soul Eater, and I thought it was boring. Only literally this year did I actually sit down and watch all of the Soul Eater anime.
Why were you
like less than a month ago?
Why were you in the? Well, you just knew people who were in it, and you just
no, because just the idea is so cool. It's like, oh, you have your partner who turns into a sword, and there's like, there's an amount of like relationship dynamic there that I thought was really cool. Where it's like it's a weapon and a wielder, and you have to work together to be totally cool, and you have that inherent sort of connection to each other.
Do you want to fuck a sword, Simon? Is that what I'm
No,
getting with this?
I was the sword.
Oh, you want to get fucked as a sword?
I mean, yeah.
Interesting.
Not anymore.
I don't think I've ever encountered that fetish. I mean, I guess some people are into that.
It's not actually a fetish of mine.
Something.
It's just cool to be a sword and then also
get fucked. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, your girlfriend who swings you around.
Yeah, she sheathes you, as one could say.
Exactly. No, but I always had the weirdest fucking interests. Like I did have some friends who were like, they were into like comics like me, and I did have one friend who is the person who I knew in my life for the longest. Our friendship lasted for like 15 years. She like, I don't know if you know what Wolf Quest is. It was like a wolf role play kind of like game.
Like
and she was on like wolf role play forums. No, it was a little more gritty.
Mm.
And, she was like a DeviantArt girl, but I was always the one bringing in like the weird shit, like, oh, have you seen this fucking anime from 2008? Bet you haven't. Anyway, that's a long.
What anime was it?
I don't fucking know. Like
just any anime.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
These bitches were all into like Oran High School Host Club and fucking.
What's wrong with that? Huh?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing really, but like, that's middle school girls watch this anime. Also, like Black Butler.
Oh yeah, They like the skinny boy. They like the
Hitalia.
Italia.
Yeah.
Uh,
All that shit.
what happened to
But,
Italia? Why did that go away? Or was it
I don't
ever
know.
really big and we just thought it was because we hung out with
I think it was
teenage
really
girl?
big. I don't know if you're ever on Tumblr, but
Yeah, but that's like a subset of the population. That's not like into the general anime.
it was big on, it was big in anime spaces.
I think it was big with girls in anime spaces. I don't think it wasn't a crossover hit.
No.
I think everybody can like Orange High School Host Club.
That's true. I didn't finish it. I watched like 6 episodes.
What is wrong with you?
I got bored. The episode where the twins were fighting and one of them dyed their hair, I was like, okay, like I don't give a shit about this.
You should watch the dub. Watch the dub. It's better.
I think I was watching the dub.
You're a fool. Why could you not watch? This show's amazing. This show's like a 10 out of 10.
Anyway.
Especially when it gets transphobic and homophobic.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
That's what I like. That's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the episode 1, she's like, I don't really care if I'm a boy or a girl. How do you not like that, Simon? It's made for you.
I don't have to like a show just because non-binary characters exist in it.
Yes, you do.
Don't. That's not what gets me.
Asterisk shakes you like a ragdoll.
So anyway, I was watching Josh Scorcher videos, and then one fateful night, I was just sitting in my little basement bedroom where I slept on a couch. So it was my couch room, and I saw on like the right hand sidebar in the recommendations, did you brony MLP? And then I never looked back. So I am like very, very ground floor PCP pilled. And like pretty much it's in the time, the twilight years of the true PCP and its surrounds, I felt this weird sense of like being out of place just because I feel like I had way more context than everybody else because I had spent like so much time. I remember when the original Horsecast came out, and then I like went to see all those other guys' channels.
You've been in it for the long haul. I think I think everybody else came after Ponies. I'm trying to remember back to Jelly's interview. I think Vito definitely.
Because Jelly liked Pony, but didn't get into them.
Yeah.
Until after they were just doing the podcast.
Yeah, so you might have the crown for the earliest PCP fan, the oldest PCP fan.
I think I do. At least among our group.
Yeah, maybe even the first person to like the PCP ever.
I remember when episode 1 came out and it was about Undertale, and I was so fucking excited because I loved Undertale.
Well, you already answered my second question, which was how to deal with PCP.
Well, yeah. I'm just so good. I'm just such a good interviewee. I know the questions before you ask.
Yeah, because you definitely haven't seen the other ones. Maybe you lied to me. Maybe you have seen all of them.
Maybe I have. Maybe we haven't even started recording yet. Yeah.
Fuck, what's the next question? Oh, yeah, the pro and on. So how do we get from the PCP to the pro and on?
So
the PCP's coming out. It's VadCon happens. VadCon 2. How did you feel about VadCon 1 then? Can you elaborate on that extra context you
What was it? VadCon 1 was like Sanchu 101, and let me see. I have to because this shit is like so old and I don't even have space for it in my brain anymore. I need to like go back and look. It was really cool to see like, all my favorite guys, they're getting together and they're just hanging out. It is so cool. I was very excited.
Do you think that the PCP experience influenced your decision to live with a bunch of guys and hang out?
Oh yes, for sure. That's definitely like hyper influenced. Man, the first episode of the podcast was 6 years ago. Fucked up.
And now they don't even do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, Sonic 101. This fucking podcast live. Man, Digibro's Decompression Chamber fucking 6 years ago. I'm sorry, that shit's blowing my mind.
The missing link between the decompress Sean cast in the Bush administration.
Yeah, correct.
You know, I legitimately forgot that the decompression chamber existed and all the other spin-off shit. Like Sean's branding is so strong that I completely forgot that he was ripping someone off.
Yeah, Sean really is just the discarded love child of Digibro and Nate.
I don't even think. I think it's just like. I think he's just like Nate. I think he's just the discarded love child of Nate and himself. He like mitosis split.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you know, I was not very online once I got into high school. I just like watched the PCP. I watched other YouTubers, mainly like Minecraft YouTubers and like other Let's Players. You know, I would watch these fucking PCP videos, the podcasts, and like their own individual videos, and I would talk to my friends about them to the point to where like they would know these fucking kooky characters by name.
But your friends didn't watch the podcast.
No. Like maybe like the Wolf Quest girl and like our other third friend who we formed like kind of like a very like we were like a trio, a little clique. Like maybe they would go and watch like one or two if they like made a video about something that they cared about and I recommended it to them. But otherwise, no, they just like didn't follow it at all.
How does that feel like? I'm going from no PCP heads to being on a PCP fan podcast.
It was kind of weird because I had never really experienced anything like it before. Like I said, I always feel like the outlier in my social groups because I just didn't like anything else that everybody else liked.
Only the PCP.
Yeah.
And now look at you.
Yeah, and you know, RadCon 4, it was the first time I had a job and was able to contribute, and you know, for many years I had enjoyed all these guys. And I was like, man, I can get some cool rewards. I can get a character of mine on a poster and signed by them. We can vote Gino into office. That'll be awesome. You know, I was a member of the Zeitgeist, as we all were.
Oddly, yeah. I mentioned this in some of the other interviews that like there's some sort of magnetic pull that did you care? How would you rate the first three Radcons? Were you? I don't want to lead you to any.
No, they were. I liked them. I genuinely enjoyed like whenever like Radcon season came around. And it was like, oh shit, we're getting live streams, and then like a few weeks later we get a video, and then like 6 months later we get a fucking huge crazy lecture. It's awesome.
And then all the content's out.
Yeah.
Well, except for Pleading the Week. Yeah, but
yeah.
But how did you feel about Radcon 3?
Radcon 3 was the one where they were in that big house and they did patches from Dark Souls and they did the Nerf gun.
I don't think that's true. Matches on Lantos is 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me look.
Because I put it in that fucking remix song.
Oh right, no, that was the Beach House, right?
Yeah, that's Beach House.
Radcon 3 was the Nerf fight though, because that was the arena.
Yeah, Radcon 3 arena. Yes, that's correct. It was up north. May was there.
Yeah.
Amanda Morris.
That sick bitch.
The bitch who stole your virginity.
Man, yeah.
You almost said I wish. You almost said I wish. I heard you. I fucking read your lips, Psymid.
Yeah.
I'll say it. I don't care.
Scrolling down to try to find Radcon 3 shit.
When did you get into Amanda Morris? That's the real question. Or Amanda Ralph, I should say.
When she first appeared in the Digibro Oovrum, like I was a huge Digibro head and listened to the PCP because Digi was on it.
Understand, as everyone did.
And you know, like I followed Endless Jess. He's fucking cool and great, and I love him. You know, it just happened, and because I watched everything Digi put out, I was very aware of Amanda Morris. Here's the thing. Yeah, Radcon 3, Open Letter to Dan, Soft Toilet Seat, classic. Group Piss, classic. High quality ass kicking, low prices, no questions asked. I don't know what this video is, but apparently I've watched it. Hottest Goss in the Universe, fantastic. Did You Got Me into Biggest Problem in the Universe? And then when it like shut down, I was like, oh shit, that's fucked up. And I remember like when that happened.
That was after the interview. And that was before that was before the lecture.
Yeah, no, but then I like started watching the Dick Show.
Okay. Okay.
Not because I like, it was just because it was entertaining.
I was saying it already broke down before the lecture came out. That's why it was the hottest goss.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, let's continue.
I got into Biggest Problem in the Universe because Digi was talked about it constantly before they made the lecture.
Okay, I'm gonna cut that out. Continue. Why?
Why?
No, need to cut that out. Continue.
What the fuck are you talking about? What's the problem?
I need to cut that out.
No, I refuse. No.
Bass boost Simon's voice.
What are you saying?
Cut that out. Continue.
What, you don't like the fact that I watched fucking Biggest Problem in the Universe?
No, we just had a little misunderstanding. We just had a little
misunderstanding.
Misanthropony. Yeah, we just had a little misanthropony. But Amanda Morris.
Yeah, I mean, well, I wasn't done talking about old shit. Old PCP was really cool because it felt like a bunch of cool dudes who were fun and had similar interests, but not all the same interests. They all just sat around a table and they were cool, and it was great, and I loved it, and I was obsessed. Amanda Morris comes on the scene. She's the fucking
coolest.
Yeah, she's like kooky and quirky and like, ooh, a girl. There's a girl in the PCP zone now who isn't fucking Mage, because Mage was a non-character.
How dare you? I'm a proud Remhead, Psymid. As are many of your friends.
Mage is the fucking, like, what do you call it?
The best. She's cute and she sounds cute.
Mage is like the TN of the PCP.
That's a great.
Like, that guy's just hanging out.
I feel like Gibbs the TN.
Gibbs the Krillin.
No, Ben is Krillin.
No. Oh, that's a good point.
Tom is Piccolo.
Yes. I like this.
Jess is Vegeta. Digi's Goku. Maybe Nate's Krillin. No, Nate's Yamcha.
Munchie's the fucking black one.
Yeah,
with the lips.
Popo.
Mr. Popo.
Yeah, funny.
What
were we talking?
We were talking about Amanda Morris.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember the Wario World for GameCube playthrough in which Amanda was like introduced on the Digibro, like the Digi and Friends Let's Play channel. The Digibros, fucking dude, Digibros, holy shit. Like, there is not more peak fucking internet content than fucking Digibros. Victor Collins, man of my heart. I love him. He can do no wrong. Shout out to Victor in the chat.
Yeah. He's a big fan of the PCP. He loves the pronoun I'm in. He watches all these shows.
Yeah, she was around. I thought it was cool that Digibro got fuck because, good for them.
Yeah. I'm sure many people around the world had the same reaction to Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Such an iconic...
Pac-Man gets fucked. That's so good.
Which was foreshadowing, Miss Digibro. The Miss Digibro.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. But when did May start her little Discord server?
That was like after that was like a little bit after we all got together.
Was that after Radcon 4?
Yeah, no. Well, no. It wasn't after Radcon 4, but it was after the Kickstarter.
Okay.
It was after we all met. in the
Okay.
Radcon 4 Discord.
So I think we've gone up.
As
Okay.
we were $100 and $200 backers, the fools,
Were
the
we?
lot of us.
Did we
Yeah.
really spend $100?
Yeah, because we were all in like the fucking secret
I thought it
cabal.
was $50. Not 50.
No, man, it was 100.
Oh, I spent
100 to
$100.
200.
Okay. Okay. So let's walk through it.
Yeah.
You pay the $100. You walk in the club. What's your first impressions? How you scoping out the club?
I was like, oh god, all these fucking sweaty internet lords. Oh jeez.
Ignoring the fact that you also just spent $100 to get in.
Yeah, you know, it was like
I did it in a cool way though. I was doing
yeah.
like
I don't know. And like I was self-aware about it. I was like, obviously these people are just like, you know, these are just guys like me. But I was definitely in a very foreign space.
Yeah. So you had not been in any of like the PCP Discord servers or anything?
I had like maybe like checked them, but I was never active. I was patroning Trixie, and I was just like in her fucking Discord, but I was never active. And I was never in the main PCP Discord server just because like I had no interest.
So you any online communities after Google Plus went under?
Not really. I mean, I just kind of stopped hanging out on Google Plus. It wasn't caused by its death. Its death was like much later after I stopped.
And this is what I'm talking about, the Great Magnet. Because nobody else, myself included, in interviews has said, like, yeah, we never really did anything online. We just somehow started talking to people in the Redcon 4 server for some reason.
Weird.
It's just weird how things happen like that.
Relatedly, the Amanda Morris show, circling back to that, is also how I met my like other group of internet friends.
Yes.
Who I've now whittled down to 4 people who I care about.
That's pretty good for. It's a good number.
Yeah.
It's like the Beatles.
Yeah. Well, and me.
The Beatles and me, yeah.
The Beatles and me.
That's the title of my self-insert fan fiction, by the way.
Yes. it's like the girls who would write about like One Direction.
Yeah, and all
like
of them are hitting on
them.
Yeah. It's in fact it's almost exactly like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Amanda Morris had her show and I was like
corrupting your kids. How did you are a mod of the corrupting your kids server?
Well, no. I mean, it starts as like, you know, oh, Digibro's girlfriend has a show. I can interact with her and Digibro, and also other cool, funny Digibro heads.
Yeah. How do you get your job?
I mean, there was just an open call for like, hey, I need moderation, and I was like, yeah, I'm involved in this server. I'll do that.
You said gumption, and she liked that. She liked the initiative. Yeah. You and Foxy Socks Kedu.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah. Oh, that bitch is weird.
Yeah,
not as weird and fucked up as Ash Vampire.
Oh yes, that's it. I got it mixed up. I completely forgot the name of Ash Vampire. That's what I meant. No need to cut that in. Cut me in saying, edit me saying Ash Vampire instead of Foxy Socks Kiddo, so I don't look like a fool.
Several months go by in the Amanda Morris funny talk show. We're hamming it up. We're joking about Mother's Basement's girlfriend. We're talking about Clown World. We're deliberating whether or not COVID is a conspiracy because this is early 2022. And then like the everybody's favorite internet lol cow, George Floyd, decides to go and get himself fucking killed.
Oh, George.
And then
Curious George had to use counterfeit bill.
Yeah, that bitch,
try to buy a banana.
Ash Vampire, decides to come into the fucking politics chat and just be flaming like, oh, you know, this fucking mongoloid, he fucking, you know, he was a known criminal and, you know, shouldn't have yada yada and this and this and that. And I was just like, damn, this bitch really jumped the gun. You know, she was like a weird... I don't know, Ash Vampire, I don't know what their fucking shit is anymore. they were just like obnoxious and always hogged the conversation and had a rude personality and wasn't interesting on the show, even though they were like the main co-host. I guess it should have been a sign for the fact that Amanda was also a huge raising conspiracy dipshit, conservative, freak asshole who hates anyone. You know, Ash Vampire showed their whole ass, and then me and my friends said, "Oh, fuck this bitch. We're gonna make the diss track."
Well, you may have skipped an important step in the Psymid lore. Who are these friends of yours? Who are these?
Oh, these are Simon's friends.
You don't have to go in like in great detail, but like, what's the story there? What who we've heard the tales of quote unquote Simon's friends.
So we all met in the Amanda show. Classic Nickelodeon.
You were the dancing lobsters, I believe.
Yes, indeed. We all just met in the weight room chat. The way it all started is that two of them, the two who are/were my roommates, were arguing about Persona 5 versus Persona 4. And that's how it all started.
A fool's errand, I should say.
Yeah, Persona 4 is cooler, obviously.
Yes.
But no, just slowly over time, me and others, there was a definite divide between losers who didn't say shit in the waiting room and cool dudes who did say shit in the weight room. And the coolest among them were hand selected to be part of a private
an elite task force.
An elite task force. It names you might know from this from the wider PCP and neat tuber sphere. Thank you.
Emphasis on white.
Yeah, Dote Smite, Princess Plunderphonics, Tarbuck Transom, the belt guy from the PCP, who he is the only one among those people who I still talk to.
Oh wow! Even the other ones.
Correct. I mean, No Thank You is around in our new server a little bit, but
do you want to go into the Simon's friends arc, the lore, or is that too private?
It might be too private. All you need to know is Osaka Syndrome's a bitch, and
but Osaka's my favorite Azumanga Daioh character.
Yeah, it's everybody's. It's every mentally ill,
some people like the teacher,
manipulative bitch's favorite.
We don't like Chio-chan.
Chio-chan. Yeah, Simon's friends were a cool gang of diverse. We basically were the PCP too. Everybody says like, "Oh, the pronouns are no PCP." Simon's friends, of which I will reveal the name of that server, of that group, finally for the first time on air. We, as that group is now disbanded officially, we were the Anal Slut Lollicons.
I think we knew that. I think that was revealed.
Well, I might have said that to you personally. I don't think I've said that publicly.
Oh yeah, it might have not been on an episode as anything, but I think I knew, because I knew I briefly asked what AnloCon was.
Yeah, AnloCon is when we did RadCon, where we got together, we filmed videos, we hung out for like a week, in undisclosed locations across the country.
I would hesitate to say it's that the Anlos were like pronoun. They're more like the Teen CP too.
Yes, that's good. We were the Teen CP done right.
Yeah.
Where we just like didn't. We were just like doing our own thing, and we were all really cool.
Debatable, but I understand what you mean.
No, we were all really cool.
Simon,
and we hung out like all the fucking time. Like more, I hung out with them way more than I hung out with the pronoun. But over the course of a few years, just people grew apart. Some people grew more based and cool, and other people didn't really grow enough. And I was done babysitting autistic children. That's what I'll say.
Tell me about it.
No Needbra's DMing me.
No Needbra? No Needbra?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be running a D&D game.
Oh. But we had to do. Tell him you're doing the interview.
We can keep talking.
Yeah. Fuck you, no need to edit that
How
out.
long are these normally?
Hours. These are hours.
Oh God.
Long.
Can we like? We might want to like
We
take a pause and like come back later.
We cannot. It ruins the vibe.
We might need to because I'm a busy man. I have a lot of fingers and a lot of pies. There's a lot of people vying for my attention desperately.
Why did you agree to do it on this day then?
Remember when I said I could do it in half an hour and you were like in an hour because I expected we'd have more time. That's why.
Okay. Let's just get back to it then. Radcon Force Discord server. People are saying anti-Semitic things.
Oh yeah. Funny Jelly Beaner being an anti-Semite. Me and Based Ceatol come in and are like, hey, shut the fuck up. You're being a weirdo. Even if it is a joke, it's like not funny. Die. Then he's like, oh, that's what Jelly sounds like.
That is what he sounds like.
Yeah.
I won't disagree with you. But we say that. You and Ceatol do say that, but he did join the server and you are on record saying that Jelly Beaner is your friend.
Like, I grew up.
You broke up.
I grew up.
You grew up. Like, and you realized that Jew jokes are funny.
Realize it's like, well, no, it's
you
just
think
that like
transphobia is cool. Simon?
You just. Well, no, that's not. No, I don't like it when he does that. I don't know. There's definitely like strata of pronon member. There's 4 distinct strata of pronon members in my head.
There's the crust, the mantle.
Yeah. Top layer is people who are my friends who I talk to on the reg. That is Sean, Ceatol, No Need. Then there's the tier below that, which is they're cool. I don't talk to them that much, which is like you and Eleazar. And like, did I already say Ceatol?
Yeah, Ceatol's on every layer.
Yeah. Then there are weird fucking internet Morlocks who I find entertaining. That's like Jelly and Zach.
Wait, is Rito? Is it the 4th layer of the Kajoro dimension? With Kajoro?
Yeah.
Wait,
the 4th layer is Shinny and Kajoro, where it's like, this guy's fucking weird. I don't vibe with you at all.
Shinny Saba?
Yeah.
The Asian man himself? The Ching Chong?
I guess he's more of an internet Morlock.
Yeah, he's layer 2.
Rito also exists in the same tier as you do, but like a little lower than you and Eleazar, just because we share less common interests.
That's fair. Rito should be below me.
Yeah. Yeah, the bottom rung is the Kajoro dimension, where it's like, I don't fucking know or care anything about you.
Sean told me that once I stopped using Twitter, his Twitter feed just became pure alt-right. Like, stop because of Kajoro.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. But that's like how I feel about all the different pronon members.
Let's understand.
The truth comes out. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's like a big revelation.
No.
I think your feelings on individual pronoun members have been perfectly clear.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the future of the pronoun, Simon? What do you think it's gonna?
The future of the pronoun is we will have a Discord server in which we will probably play Dungeons and Dragons.
That's not the pronoun server. That's a different server.
No, it is. It is.
Are you playing the pronoun server too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should nuke it because I don't care. I don't know.
Are you clipping your nails, you son of a bitch?
No, I'm opening and closing a knife.
Oh, you do that sometimes. I forget.
I do that. It's a stem. I don't know or care who Pie Whip is. I don't know or care who Chokomoto is. I don't know or care who Jurgen is. All these freaks, I don't know you. I don't care about you. I am doing the heel turn. I'm doing the pro wrestling heel turn.
Choco's just a boy.
I don't care.
He's just a baby.
As I said, I'm done babysitting autistic children.
He's not autistic. He's nice. Well, he's okay. He's just a kid. He's just a boy.
Annoying and hard to deal with. I don't have time in my life.
You can't
for
put him in
children.
But you can't put him in the same annoying category as pie whip. That's insulting to Choco.
I can.
It's insulting to everybody.
I can and I will.
Okay. I mean, it's your life. I can't tell you what to do.
Nova Bird. Why have we not banned that freak?
Zach likes them. Zach likes the freaks. He likes Oracle.
Yeah, Zach is an internet Morlock, and his opinion should not be respected.
He's a skeleton.
On these matters.
He doesn't have a brain. He's a skeleton. It's not his fault. He was born without.
You know, like, the public Discord server is a failed experiment. Just generally, kill it. Only talk to your friends.
But we met your friends on a public Discord server.
Yeah. You know,
how can you rectify this C word? Contradiction.
Conundrum.
Contradiction.
I will just say the thing that people who think they're smart say, and just retort with, "It's the exception that proves the rule." A statement that means nothing.
I don't know. Sometimes it means something, I'm sure.
No, I think that's like saying...
Just not this situation, which is
it's
the
like,
exception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like saying, like, something is one of the most XYZ adjective of all time, where it's like, what do you mean one of the most? On what scale? Like, what scale are you fucking talking about?
It's very vague.
Yeah.
But it's not, I don't know if it's the same as the other thing, but it's also unhelpful. They're both unhelpful. I understand what you mean. So you can't see a future where we get the gang back together, the
gang is sitting in a Discord call waiting for me to join so I can run D&D for them.
Well,
that's what the pronon is to me anymore. It's just it's some guys it's my Discord friends.
Discord D&D friends.
Yeah.
You can't see in the future some regular podcast episodes coming back out?
No.
Would you, if we did it, would you want to be on?
If you had like a cool topic.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't come to the realization that topics are good and based. Being a child is not wanting topics on the PCP. Growing up is realizing that the topics are helpful and guide conversation in useful ways.
That is true.
Yeah,
I've always been pro topics.
I got all of my wanting to be a YouTuber shit out. I made some videos. I was on some podcasts.
You made some cooking videos.
Well, yeah, no, those are great. And I never stop. I plan to never stop making cooking videos in my life. I will just release one every few years. It's like shit on my desk yearly, which might be the best thing to come out of the PCP, in my opinion. Just overall.
Are you still a PCP head, Psymid?
No, I haven't listened to the PCP in months. Whenever anybody tries to tell me about Ben Saint or Nate Bestman, I just roll my eyes and fucking turn my brain off. She was never an impressive individual, in my opinion.
What you can't just say that about. She listens to the podcast. She's a big fan of
you. What are you talking about? I mean, she's like, I like talking to her in the times I have, but I just, it's she made some funny animation videos. All the like, haha, yeah, good.
That's 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know. She was like,
she's done nothing since then. No.
This is what I mean. I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
maybe she's more obscure than the Krillin. You're right.
She's the Chaozu.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's I don't know.
No, Mage is the Chaozu.
Perhaps.
I think I was trying to remember Chaozu's name and I couldn't, and then I just went to who's the bitch that always hangs out with Chaozu? It's Tien, right? Yeah. Are they like gay married?
Who?
Chaozu and Tien.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a confirmation on that.
I don't think that's controversial.
Akira Toriyama.
I think if Akira Toriyama didn't have to live in such an oppressive Japanese society, I think he would proudly say that Tien and Chaozu are gay married.
Hey, not to talk about Dragon Ball. Where's Launch? What happened to Launch?
He simply forgot.
Like, okay. What the fuck?
Launch wanted to fuck Tien, but Tien was already gay married. So she left.
Gay married to Chaozu, yeah.
So he left. He simply
bring back Launch. This
She,
is my
I mean,
my official political stance.
but what would she do? Maybe give her a side comic. Maybe give her a spin-off comic. That's what she does. She
Put her in Doctor Slump.
put her in Dr. Slump. Yeah, she's a fun comedy character.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what she would have done during the fucking Frieza saga, but I don't know. I think she's made her exit at an appropriate time. I don't know. I'm not against characters in long-running series just disappearing and not coming back.
I mean, I think I'm fine if they like leave the spotlight, but you should show me what they're up to every now and again if they were a big important player.
But Launch was not.
But she was so she
You
was
just
such a
think
girl
you just
boss.
thought she was hot and she could be two bitches at once.
She's such a girl boss.
It's like I was talking to Naniva about this. Like Tien, after the Cell saga leaves, he's not in the Majin Buu saga, but they brought him back for Super because nostalgia.
Everybody loves Tien.
Everybody loves Tien. He's gay. He's a gay representation for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was against that. I think Tien should go back to where he fucking belongs.
Do you think Piccolo is black?
Piccolo is African American.
Very good, very good.
Like Knuckles.
An African Namekian.
Yeah. There's white Namekians and then there's black Namekians.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to see a scene in Dragon Ball Super where Piccolo is talking to Gohan. Like, you know, there's two types of Namekians. You know, there's the Namekians and there's the really dark skinned Namekians. That's the.
It's determined by a chemical in our skin called Namelian.
You can Namelian
or Namelanin.
Namelanin. You can tell by their skull shape, the antennae. Some Namekians. I'm a warrior Namekian, and Dende is a guru Namekian, but there's some Namekians who are born to be criminals. Note
how wide my antennae are placed upon my brow.
I'm a predator. Oh, Piccolo.
Oh, Piccolo. Dude, I was playing... I mentioned my roommates. The Persona 5 head in the... discussion between my two roommates who were arguing about Persona. Keyblade, who I mentioned, he is no longer my roommate anymore. Literally yesterday he moved out, but one of the last things we did is play this hilarious Dragon Ball Z fighter like fighting game in which there is a mode where it's just a 2v2 and both players on both sides are just out at all times. It was like a fan game.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a 2D, 6-button fighting game. And you can have Goku and Gohan on one team and like Piccolo and Frieza on another team. And just, it's madness. And it was really fun.
It does sound fun.
Yeah.
If not flawed in some ways.
No, that's not... that's obviously a fun mode.
Yeah, but
the game was well polished for a fan game for sure.
I'm down. I like Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Dragon Ball.
Although it is the greatest manga of all time.
Yeah. My top 10 anime list is like
Soul Eater.
Yeah,
My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic.
It's like number 9. I'll give Soul Eater like an 8 out of 10.
Wolf Quest.
The second half of Soul Eater gets weird. No, what anime do I like? I don't care about Dragon Ball. I don't care about like the classic shonen shit. Hunter x Hunter's good, but like, I like Samurai Champloo. That's kind of anime I like. I like cool shit. I like Rose of Versailles. I'm a big history head. I like history.
Have you played Yu-Gi-Oh! Rose of Versailles on GameCube?
Duelist of the Roses?
Duelist?
No, but
which is about this thing.
One of my two friends in my little cabal who wasn't the Wolf Quest girl had that because she was a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Head.
I rented that from Blockbuster and I thought, this is not like the sacred cards on GBA. This is weird.
Nope. Yep.
It's fucky. Why do they make Yu-Gi-Oh! Games that aren't like Yu-Gi-Oh? Like different.
Yeah, my favorite video games are like Paper Mario, fucking Metal Gear 2, Elden Ring, Blink's 3D,
Blink 182.
Blink 182 for the Nintendo 182.
No, for the Xbox 360.
No, for the PlayStation 182. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the Nintendo 64. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, where's the Nintendo 1 through 63?
Not gonna laugh.
Where's Big Hero 4?
Yeah, yay! Callback. Okay. So what's the future like for Psymid?
For me, well, hopefully, continue being based, drawing and writing. I hope to like one day just be able to sustain myself off art. I do
like eat it, like break into the Louvre and like eat the art and survive.
Yeah, for sustenance.
Just live in the fucking museum.
Yeah, just suck Michelangelo's David's cock off and let it nourish me. No, but like I draw and I write, and I don't do it as much as like someone who wants to do it as a job should. But I've been doing it more recently. It'd be cool to like work on a comic or a graphic novel. It'd be cool to like write for a show. These are lofty goals I have in my head.
I don't think writing a comic is a lofty goal.
Yeah,
I mean, you can do it.
It's a lot of work.
You did it that one time.
I did it for a few weeks.
You just simply did not continue doing it, but you were doing it.
Got really burnt out. Yeah, it's just something I've always struggled with in my life is sort of the self-control and self-discipline to actually practice and actually sit down and make the thing I say I want to make. Because, I can just watch YouTube videos all day. I can just play fucking FTL and Stardew Valley all day. I can just, talk to my friends on Discord all day. Having that sort of, self-discipline to focus on my craft is something I never really had to work on until I was like an adult. Because like yada yada, gifted kid burnout, and also like when I was in school, I would draw and write just all the time because I could doing that helped me pay attention to my lesson because I wasn't just sitting there bored. Which I think I have undiagnosed ADHD.
Perhaps
not like severe, but when I like had something to do, like when I had something focusing on like a very idle track, I could like focus on information better, and I would never take notes and just draw all class and do well until I got to like late high school, and yada yada, gifted kid burnout. Once I needed to study and needed to like actually put effort in, I didn't have the tools to understand how to do that. And I always was like butting my head up against the concept of studying and practice, which is something I try to work on. Is like, yeah, it's okay to not be good at something at first. Do not let that get you disgruntled. Work on your flaws. It's important.
That's true.
I still struggle with it.
Something I found has been helping me in because I don't have a great long-term work ethic too. I can come up with notoriously Dune videos are made the day I think of them.
Right.
Because if it takes more than that, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm too lazy.
Right. Yeah.
What I found, I used something called a Pomodoro timer, where I just set a timer for 25 minutes. Well, I don't do it right. The Pomodoro timer is a different thing, but I use an app called Pomodoro Timer, where I set a timer for 25 minutes and I write for 25 minutes, and then when the timer is done, even if I am in the middle of a word, I will stop to prevent myself from getting burnt out.
Right, take a break and then come back to it later, and set another time for yourself. And
yeah. So I've been doing that once a day, just to like every day at 9:00. I just like get my physical notebook and be like, all right, time to write. Then I'll write for 25 minutes, and then I will stop. And that's been good. That's been helping me, even without the chaos of my rest of my life. Like, okay, I got to do this 25 minutes because it's just 25 minutes.
Right, that's not long at all.
You think of it as long. You're like, I don't want to do something for 25 minutes, but it doesn't take that long actually. It's less than half an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, and something I've been trying to do recently is like another aspect of that sort of easily distractible mindset is like I don't think about the art that I want to engage with and I don't seek it out. I just kind of stay doing what I'm already doing. Like I said, playing roguelikes, which are infinite games, and Stardew Valley, which is an infinite game, which I used to do a lot more of, and I've been better about it recently. But like, I'm currently looking at a list of, oh, here's all the fucking art that I'm engaged. I want to, read or watch or play this year, and I've already played like Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. I've already watched all of Soul Eater. I've already, watched Redline. I'm currently watching Bakano. I'm reading the Soul Eater manga. Probably gonna like play Death Stranding or like Sekiro, just because I'm tired. I sort of felt myself stagnating in a way, and trying to just drill through like all this cool art that all my friends and everyone else in the world says is really good and has helped me sort of be more proactive in my life, just to do other stuff in an interesting way, where I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm always doing something different. So I feel compelled to just take that into my outward life.
Yeah, it's good to have some direction in everything you do.
Yeah.
And every step you take that you are moving towards something else. I feel like I would be in the same boat if I had not sworn off video games when I
You
was
sworn off video games? What?
I haven't like not obviously like made a sworn off, not like I'm Alcoholics Anonymous, but like I spent so much time as an early video game. I have here's an announcement. If you go to the Dune Kun channel right now, the Dune Kun archives are open. The Disney Vault is open. You can see the first all the seasons of Dune Kun, season 1, season 2, season 3, and the current season 4. Cool. Which I do recommend everyone watch because they are cool and it makes more sense if you watch all of them in order. I spent so much time being a professional consumer that at some point I was like, this is dumb. I'd rather just make stuff than play a video game. So every time
Yeah.
So I was like, no. Well, sometimes I'll like check out a video game or like watch a let's play or just like a stream of someone playing a video game. Yeah. But it has been a long time since it might have been years since I've played a video game for
I thought
myself.
you played Mario RPG.
Yeah, when I was like fucking 12.
Oh, that video was not like you had played it contemporarily.
No, it was, but that was like 2 years ago, Psymid.
I guess so. Huh. Yeah, I have a really bad fucked up perception of time. Yeah.
But I played that before, and I love that game.
Right. No, the way I see it is like, I played a lot of like in endless games in my youth, and now I want more like pointed, directed, like play experiences and stories and narratives that mesh well with mechanics, which is why I really loved all 3 of the first Metal Gear Solid games. They are fucking fantastic.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid's one of those things that I wish I could have gotten to.
You still can. I used to think that so much, and then I played Metal Gear 1. And I was just like, okay, it's right here. Like that's an attitude that I had for a long time of just like, I wish I could have gotten into this. It's kind of how I feel about Evangelion. No, but like, it is right there, and saying that, I wish I could have got into that. I now find to be kind of defeatist because like the anime doesn't care. Sorry, I just dropped on there. The anime doesn't care when you watch it. You're bringing your own like preconceived notions and conceptions to it, but it is a stagnant like fucking picture of just a time period and a thought and a theme, and that you can't take that away from it, and it's valuable no matter when you experience it, either in your life or just in the chronology of when it has come out. That's something that I really like. I'm looking at this list. I have like Earthbound on here on my list of stuff to watch. I have Giant Robo. Earthbound? I have Gunbuster and Diebuster. Like, this is all shit that like is old and someone might have the conception of like, oh, that thing's cool, but it's old, and so I can't get into it. Wish I could have, but it's like, nah, man. You can manifest your own digital destiny and just play the game, just play the classic games and watch the classic anime that everybody says are cool.
I understand what you're saying, but I meant something a bit different. Not
Okay.
that, like, I'm like Rito, and that I will only play old games and watch old anime. I mean, like, I wish I had gotten to it before I stopped caring about video games.
I see. Well, they're very. I mean, do you like American action movies? Like, do you think they're fun?
No, I'm sure I would love Better Get Solid. I'm 100% sure it's a great game. Like, what I said, I'm 100% it's good. I'm just saying, like, I have literally no interest in playing any video game.
Well,
not even Super Mario 64. My favorite video games
are great.
Cool. They are cool.
I really think that they are I think video games are a modern wonder in that they combine the human experiences of like listening to a story and telling a story, two things that are like the most human core you can possibly do, because you listen to a story in that there's a level or a narrative that is presented to you, and you tell your own story by
by choosing which
will.
girl you want to have sex with. Yeah,
exactly.
I get it.
Yeah,
you don't have to explain it to me. I get it. I would love to make a video game. I have a bunch of video game ideas. It's that tricky little thing called coding. that's so fucking uncool. Why would Shigeru Miyamoto do this? Why would he make video games require code?
That's one thing that I have thought is like, man, I could learn to code video games. I could like get Unity or fucking I'd probably do it in Unity, but I tried learning Unity and then it didn't click with me a few years ago, and then I gave up on it. But maybe with my newfound gumption and stalwart attitude, I could perhaps do better.
Perhaps. I'm just a book bro now.
Yeah, I take most of my game design energy and put it into like tabletop role playing.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's cool too.
Yeah,
but
not all of it.
I still always wanted to run Dungeons and Dragons, but the opportunity has never arisen.
Yeah, it's fun. Dungeons and Dragons is a bad game. There are better games. I encourage any and all people interested in tabletop roleplay to look into non-mainstream, independent alternative games, because Dungeons and Dragons is just bad, like game design wise.
What's wrong with it?
It's clunky and overly verbose and too concerned with like procedure and numbers. It's in my opinion that when you have to like roll to see if you succeed at something in a tabletop game, a roll should only be made when the outcome of the action is like interesting in some way, where it's like, oh, I go to unlock a door. Okay, roll. Oh, I don't unlock it. Okay.
What do you mean?
like
the best part.
Your thief, like the fucking rascal thief character should just be able to unlock the door. If there's no other obstacle, that should be the situation. Or like, the hacker should be able to get into the network through his fucking like skulljack or whatever. But like the way you make that, the way you turn that into a conflict is like, oh, there are guys chasing you down a hallway with fucking guns pointed at you, or like, oh shit, this lock is magical. If you fuck it up in some way, it'll like tell someone that you tried to get in here, or stuff like that. Dungeons and Dragons, in my mind, does not encourage interesting storytelling and decision making, because of like how much bullshit there is in terms of, oh, this is what my character can do. It's very much limited by the rote.
It's a math game, you can say it. It's a game for nerds.
Yeah, very much so.
Tabletop games should be about having fun, wacky adventures with your friends, and not be limited by chance numbers, and they should more be limited by the narrative.
Yeah, if you the listener want to hear what peak tabletop role playing can be, go listen to the Echo of the Psychic War campaign summary, a game that I was a player in, and I posted a recap video of on my YouTube channel. Link in the description.
When did you post this?
What do you mean?
When was this made?
Like 5 months ago.
I don't remember.
Before I left for Europe. 5 months ago I went to Europe. I went to France and Italy. It was pretty cool. It was fine. I liked it. It was a like life-changing experience. That's all.
Oh yeah, what'd you do? What'd you do? You went to the fucking. You went to go live in the fucking car in the place. Went to Europe. What happened? What happened? Tell me about these things.
France was cool. We were like really rural in France. We had to like bike and walk. We first walked, and then once we acquired bikes, had to bike like 8 kilometers back and forth to get groceries. That was really awesome. We were like proper fucking hiker mountain men. And then Italy was awesome because we were in Rome. We went to the beach. We saw like the fucking Colosseum and the old ruins. Had some good fucking pizza. It was fantastic. It was me and my roommate, Two Straws, who was the DM for the Psychic Wars campaign, who's not really online, but is a bona fide general all-around cool individual.
You know, Simon, I asked you something today, and you're like, "No, I don't have money." Sounds like you have a lot of money. Sounds like you go to cool places.
No, I shoplifted for 10 months straight to have enough money to go to Europe, and I've basically been broke ever since. Like, literally yesterday.
We got him, boys. Move in. Take the shot.
I mean, I got caught, and I don't do it anymore as much.
You went to jail?
No, I just got a.
You went to prison?
Criminal trespass citation, which means I cannot go back to the premises of that particular grocery store.
I cannot. I'm not allowed on Walmart premises.
No, the Walmart, they don't give a shit. It was the like, you know, Kroger alternative. It's basically a Kroger. It's an Ingles.
Is that like Goth Denny's or whatever?
Anyway.
Kroger.
But yeah, there were some like the past few months, times have been tough just because I didn't have a lot of money once I got back, and my former roommate, he was like in some bad financial situation in which like I had to help him, and like yesterday is the first time in 4 months that I've had more than $1,000. I've been very broke.
But you have a job, right? Did you have a job? What happened to your job while you went to the Europe? I
told them I was going to be gone for 2 months. They were like, okay.
You were gone for 2 months? You went to Europe for 2? What the fuck? How did you have money in Europe?
I saved up, and also my roommate who I was with makes really good money. They like work remotely from home. All they need is a Wi-Fi connection, and they can just, you know, support themselves. They're currently in Australia. After I left Rome, they went to fucking Japan for a month and a half, and now they're in Australia, and they're going to be back in like 2 weeks.
What the hell? Why do you live with okay. Did I meet this person?
No.
Okay.
You met Keegan.
Yeah, I met Keyblade. Interesting.
Who, Godspeed, is back on his way up to Michigan right now.
To the Great Lakes.
Yep.
Back to Ritoville.
Yeah, that's my life, basically. All my life I've really been interested in like telling stories. You know, when I was a kid, I would like draw goofy little comics and like make up video game ideas and like draw and write them in my notebooks. And that's something I never really lost. And I've been trying recently to just cultivate that as motivation for what I want to like be doing with my life. Like I said, telling stories, it's a really important thing for people to do. It is what separates us from the fucking beasts. And the thought that like I could make a story that inspires someone to make their own story is really it that I feel like is the greatest honor in life, and why I want to pursue art as like a passion and a potential career.
Sounds good to me. Sounds great.
Yeah. I
was just going through our old DMs. June 3rd, 2021. This is from Psymid. Yeah. You and Eleazar are both cunts. Care to explain that comment?
Yeah, you guys were just being like weird mercurial bitches at the time.
I believe you. I apologize.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't hold anything against you in times in which you were hormonally unstable.
Up until like a month ago, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go to the D&D. So that's
Yeah,
all.
they fucking they need me. Sorry this was short. I wish we could have talked for longer, but that's what's up with me.
You're a busy guy.
You know, Psymid, always the coolest, most based member of the Pronon.
I think history will prove you right, Simon.
Yeah.
I think in the past we've butted heads and said you're the band of the PCP. No, the band of the Pronon, yes.
I think Jelly has proven that he's the true Ben of the Pronon.
Unfortunately, that does seem to be the case. You know, when I was making the Jew jokes, I thought it was temporary. Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know it was gonna keep going. I didn't know it'd be 2 year thing. I thought it'd
really
be
fucking laying hard on the fucking bit.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit just because you guys got upset the first time we did it. Yeah. I didn't know it. I'm sorry. If I could go back and change it, I would. I'm sorry.
All is forgiven. Yeah, Jelly Beaner isn't allowed to come into my house because he was mean to my friend Two Straws once.
He's always What a fall from grace. What a yeah. It was a beloved character, and then we realized it wasn't really a character. It's just kind of like that.
Lowered to the lowly rank of internet Morlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, these bitches are atting me, so I think, yeah. Just yesterday we were bitching about Ceatol and how he's always late for the game that he runs, and now I'm late for the game that I run, and it's they're gonna give me hell for it, I bet.
Just mention my name, and that'll calm them down.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was hanging out with Dunekin, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll calm them down. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, good talk. Glad I could be just so fucking interesting on mic. It's been a long time since I've recorded a podcast, so
I enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah. Everybody should go watch that fucking video I talked about.
I'll put it in the description.
It's really cool.
In this fucking pony photo.
Yes.
Simon, let me just try to think. Okay, we did Ceatol, we did Jelly, we did Sean, we did Rito, we did you. Who's next for the interview?
Give me that list again.
We've done Jelly, we've done Ceatol, we've done Sean and Rito. And you.
Do Eleazar next.
I told you Eleazar doesn't want to do it.
That's fucked up.
I know, right? He's like, he told Shinny that he didn't want to do it because he's jealous. And I asked him if he wanted to do it, to get it out of the way. And he said no. Does he have something against me? Is it me?
Do the person who is the most enigmatic after Eleazar, which is Zach.
Enigmatic, yeah. The Zach death interview, you say?
Yeah. I know shit about his life.
I don't know if he'd want to say anything.
Me neither.
I'll ask him.
Try to squeeze it out of him.
I'll squeeze something out of him.
Try to squeeze some blood from his fucking bones.
I'll do something with his bones.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining me, Simon. It was nice talking to you again.
Having me. It was a good time. It's good to catch up. It's good to talk about myself, as I am just so self-absorbed.
I like learning about my friends. I'm in this weird space where I don't really want to hang out with the pronoun people because they're kind of internet Morlocks, as you said.
Yep.
But I do want to finish this interview. It's really bad.
Yeah.
I really want to check it off my list.
Well, much luck to you in that endeavor. I assume we'll talk soon. If I ever make a video game, I'll let you know.
Nice. Cool.
But yeah, I gotta go. Morty, we gotta go to Vindicator to get me cube, Morty.
Gotta go to. Okay.
Gotta get me cube. Chuck it in the back of the ute, Morty. Gotta get me cube.
Why is he Australian?
Post. We gotta get me cube, Morty.
Okay, the video's over.
Good night.
All right.